Today we are back underneath the Jeep. I didn't really want to be back under here so soon, but following yesterday's adventures or misadventures with the engine running and then not wanting to run and all that, I decided to come back under here and get back to important things such as brakes, because as I'd mentioned before, this has none. Haven't really been under here since that transfer case leakage mishap. But yep, everything is right where I left it. Nice and greasy. God, I gotta clean that out. So the reason we're under here is to look at this brake master cylinder. Now it leaks. It was dry when I first got it, so I just topped it off with some .3 to see what I had, and as you can see from that little drip there, she leaks, and that's no good. And she leaks quite a bit because there's a good puddle here. It's only been a few days, so I'm going to have to replace this sucker. It's going to depend on which one I need, though, and that's what I'm endeavoring to find out. And there are two styles of master cylinder that you can get, and I'm endeavoring to find out just which one I need. From what I understand, one style has a threaded front, and the other style does not. And I'm kind of having a hard time getting in here because this exhaust pipe's in the way. But it looks like I'm going to need to get behind this bracket. The one that, well, yeah, let me show you. It's full of dirt dauber nests, it seems. That's a big one. Oh, hey, I just realized you're on a camera. You can go places I can't. Alright, hey, there's a little bit of visibility. So there's just a nut on the back side of this one. And a mystery on that side since I can't see. But you can, so let's see. When I bought this Jeep, I knew I was signing up for a challenge. I just did not know that there would be this many challenges. What are you? Well, that could be the cable for the brake light switch. And that didn't work, obviously. Right about there, yeah. That's the one I need to figure out. Is it threaded or not? But based on what you saw before I did through there, that's like a straight tube. It just goes straight through. So is that this guy going straight through? I don't know. Well, I didn't film any of that because perhaps someday I want to be advertiser friendly. Basically, all you missed was a whole lot of four-letter words. My hands getting all kinds of grungy again. Well, this is actually light compared to what they were after dusting them off. But I was able to get down there and confirm. You can barely see it right there. That front screw, or that front bolt, is out, which was... I was able to confirm that it does have the threaded hole on the front. The back one is obviously a bolt with a nut. You go straight through the bracket and then is tied off on the other side. So now I know exactly which master cylinder to get. Alright, I followed a suggestion, which was actually maybe properly setting the idle. That little adjuster screw down there, the shiny flat one. because it occurred to me that just because what was there was set as, you know, just so, doesn't mean it was right. When I rebuilt it, I set it as just right. So, battery is still reading 12 volts. I cheated a little bit and, you know, cranked it a little earlier. Let's see if it just starts. Oh, come on. Surely you don't need a little bit more choke. Yep, let's not eat my volt tester here, because I need that. Alright, through the magic of editing, you won't have to deal with any of that. Come on. Ah. Frustratingly, it still shows we got 12 volts. Is it not wanting to start on account of a poor connection to the terminals here? They're good and clean. Arg. Looks like I'm going to be trying to get the CRV started with this battery. And we'll see if we can charge it up on this. Alright, the Honda's charging that up. Of course, I got to reset the computer and the presets on the radio and all that stuff, but the things we do for content. So while that's charging, I'll try not to, you know, completely kill this battery. And this might give me a couple of good cranks out of this one, as I have further tried to dial in some things. Okay. Well, that was damn near something. Wow. Well, I've accidentally dropped my FireMaker 9000 down there. But yeah, with a fully charged battery that has a few more cranking amps. It's funny, the Honda has more cranking amps than the Jeep battery does. So this guy right now is reading a nice healthy 12.5. The whole purpose of this is to get it running. Let me, you know, give her a little more FireMaker. Try to see if that alternator works. Yeah. She almost stays running, so my one-person test here is just not going well. I'm trying to get it running long enough that I can see this thing switch from 12 to maybe about 14. If I had my special stand set up, I could do that, but I don't, so let's go one more time. Well, that question has now been answered. It did swing up to 13 14, 13, 14 back and forth volts. And seriously, to be honest, today it sounded a little bit more healthy. I mean, today it actually, well, right up until the very end, one thing you probably didn't hear was this belt started to shred right there at the very end. So, she's a runner. I don't know how good, but she's a runner. So between adjusting the idle screw here just a little bit and cleaning out that PCV yesterday, I mean, to be fair, that PCV was totally clogged. There wasn't any chance. Well, it's getting closer and closer to actually running and staying running. I think my problem right now is still one of fuel delivery. So I'm going to go inside and I'm going to order the sending unit and the gasket for that. Kind of plumb in the bottom line once that comes in. I think I am going to order a new gas cap, because the little do-it-yourself gasket I put on there, it's not really allowing any kind of breathing or expansion. I don't even know if, I mean, this thing is too old to have like an evap system where gases would go back to the tank in a return line from under the hood through like a charcoal filter or something. It's too old for that, but I thought these gas caps were supposed to at least have some sort of venting on them. If you happen to be watching this and you know the answer to that one, leave a comment and let me know. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and replace this guy. But we're getting closer and closer. It actually fired up and it didn't complain too much. I still haven't gotten to get it running long enough. That's the whole goal. If I can get it to run and stay running, you know, charge the battery back up, then I can spend a good, 15-20 minutes one by one checking compression on these things. But I need to get it to run and get the oil flowing again to make sure we knock all that rust that may be in the cylinders out, get everything lubed up, get the rings reseated as best they're going to, and then check compression. Because if I've got bad compression numbers, hard stop, I'm not going to go any further. We're just going to go ahead and start tearing it down again and pull the engine. There's no sense in running around or trying to putter around, especially down that hill and back up it with a motor that's not going to handle it. So, more mixed success today. It runs-ish on the bottle. And once I get the last parts of the fuel system in, it'll maybe run a little bit more solidly. I'm probably going to have to bleed some air out of the system. There's probably a bunch of air in it right now, but that's it for now.